Okay, this is Mr. Montgomery again. I wanted to talk to you about the next lesson in virtual business, which is the place lesson. We talked about the 4 P's in the marketing mix. You have product, place, price, promotion. Place is where can people find this product? You have to make it available to people so they can go get it. So in this situation, we're trying to figure out where we want to put our store. We don't do online sales in this particular game, but we need to have a good store location that people are going to want to come to and make it easy to get there. Some things you need to think about when you do the reading. They're going to talk a little bit about this too. Location is a major important part. Located on busy streets, near a city, near other businesses. Sometimes is a good thing too, so people can knock out several things when they're out shopping. Think of it like Gravelly Bluffs and something like that, so they can go to multiple types of stores in just one short drive. The also thing is too, you want to be located near highly populated areas. And a lot of times people don't do the necessary research to figure out what a good location would be. If you're a destination place like a Blue Owl in Kimmswick or like a Lambert's in Sikeston, people will drive from miles around to come there. So it doesn't really matter your location as much, because especially if you've gotten that popularity already, and people will come to your store. And the Blue Owl is one of those things too, that people will drive from states away to get there to potentially go to that restaurant. So with grocery stores, that's not generally the case, or sporting goods stores. Generally, the people that shop there live there locally, or live probably within a 50-mile radius as far as that goes. But in this lesson, you got to figure out where the best place to put your store. And if you look at these store locations, you have bigger stores which have more square feet. You want to look at square foot per cost, because that'll help you figure out, is it worth it? Because what the thing is, you could have a really big store and have lots of merchandise, but if you don't have enough customers, it doesn't really matter if you have that extra floor space. So this one costs $615 per week to rent. Okay, so that comes out of your revenue. Once you get all your revenue in, then you have to pay that weekly amount. Okay, and if you look over here next to that, another big store, this rent is a little bit more expensive because it is closer to the city. All right, when you look at the stores, you also look at how much room do they have in the back, how much floor space do they have. That's an important part of it. So if we go closer to the city, if we look at this little store in the middle of the city, why is it so much? It's $16,000 a week. That's a big difference. Okay, one of the things, if you pick a store located in the city, you're not going to have to advertise as much, because you already have foot traffic that walks by your business every day. And people that are right there, you have a huge population that is right there that can go shop there at any point. So you don't have to advertise nearly as much. So that you will save money there. But $16,000 is pretty steep cost per week for rent. But in big cities, that's pretty typical as far as that goes. So if you look at cost per square feet, $372 for that. If you look over here, that original store we looked at, it's $5.26. Okay, and that's why a lot of times you'll see some corporations, their manufacturing places or warehouses, they'll be located way outside the city because they can get rent a lot cheaper. So let's go this one down here a little bit south of the city. This one's not as bad. It's $3,000, $3,697 cost per week. Cost per square feet is $83.46. So that's not too bad, and it's a relatively close to a large population because it's next to the city. So you would draw a lot of people within a couple blocks, so you wouldn't have to advertise as much. If you go out here to the suburbs and look at some of these smaller stores, the cost per square feet is $14 for this particular one, $652 per week. So if you're way out here in the suburbs, you're going to have to advertise more to draw people in from the city when you get to the original game. But in this lesson, you're just going to have to basically open a new store by going to Actions and pick a location that is going to be suitable to make extra money. I'm going to pick a location that's not necessarily the best, but I'm going to use this one here. you have to name the store. I'll just name it groceries. And I lease the building. And so it doesn't have anything in it. We're not going to control that aspect of the game right now. But I want to see, would that store be profitable? And it'll ask you to run to a certain date and all that stuff and see what would happen. And you're noticing there's not a lot of customers. You know, if I go slow, you'll see, let me get a customer in there and you'll see. Yeah. Come on, customers. Yeah, you can see, definitely see this is not going to be a busy location for me. Since I can't control the advertising, I can't control any other aspects of the game, it wouldn't make sense for me to logically be in this particular spot. I lost $6,000 this week in sales because that was a poor location. These people aren't doing anything. If I went to comments, it probably would say they're bored and not busy at all. Actually, it doesn't say anything this time. But you can take a look at that. That's a bad location. So I would close that store then. Okay. Are you sure you want to close it? Yes. All right. And then I would go try another one. So this time I'm going to go over here, a little bit closer to the city, and see if I can, I'm just going to name this one Food Mart. All right. I'm going to lease that building. Okay, let me run it for a little bit. You need to watch your cash. If you go too low on your cash, you'll go bankrupt and you'll have to restart the lesson. Now, if you have any problems, you can always go to File, Restart Lesson. That's an easy thing to do. But let's go ahead and run this one and see if we have any better luck with that location. I don't want to pick the location that works the best because I don't want to give you all the information. Okay, so not losing as much money, but still losing money. So that's not necessarily a good location either. So then if I want to actions, I go close store. And then I go to the next one. I'm going to pick, I'm going to go right here, okay? This one's probably going to be a little better. I don't know if it's going to help me pass the sim. But it's about $5,000 per week, so I have to have a lot more sales come in to pay for that rent. So I need a lot more customers in those types of stores. If you're way on the outskirts of the city, you can get by with limited customers. But if you're paying that kind of rent, you're going to have a large quantity of customers and sell a large quantity of products. So I lease the building. Run this one and see. First week lost money again. Okay, you got to give it, I'm going to give this one a little bit of time. It's starting to pick up pace a little bit. You're seeing, all right, now I'm only losing negative $2,000 a week. So this wasn't necessarily a bad location. It would be an easy fix if we were able to control our options like promotion and all that stuff. But I'm definitely not going to meet my goal based on what I'm reading there. And I have to get to $1,000. So I have to get to $1,000 profit, which is not too difficult normally if I can control other things, but in this one I can't. So, all right, so I just want to give you a couple options there. And like I said, that location was better if I go to the city view. But I'm probably going to want to go somewhere closer to the city for sure, you know, and pick the correct location as far as that goes. All right, well, that's the place lesson. Let me know if you have any questions. Or feel free to email me. Thank you. Bye.